a special day. And joining me today, the Rance Olison Foundation is throwing down with their 9th Annual Celebrity Gala that's taking place October 21st. And comedian Jay Lamont, also 34K. If you ain't seen 34K, play that good time. You're in for a treat. Hosted by Goldie. But joining me today is Mrs. Olison, Miss Mae Olison, and one of the board members for the foundation, Dr. Travis Bates, cardiologist. Man, I had to make sure my heart was ticking right. I knew he was coming in here, Doc. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling this morning?
And we're feeling great. We are feeling great. We love the energy and just love this opportunity to talk to you about the great program.
Thank you so much. People say that when they come up in here, that's what it's supposed to be like. The energy is supposed to be at a high level, a high decimeter. I like to keep it that way, Doc. And, dazzled with this new and old school R&B. Man, here we are 9 years into it. For those that don't know anything about Rance Olison, I got to meet him years ago. What a tremendous individual he was, not just an athlete, but what a guy. And his wife is here. Doc, tell us a little bit about the Rance Olison Foundation.
Well, as you alluded to, and again, first, thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
It's one of those things where when you have a person, right, and he is passionate about what he does, Coach O, and that's what we affectionately call him.
Yes, sir.
Extended beyond what you think community service was. He had this saying where you have to first be a giver before you can be a gainer. And that concept permeates what the foundation is. And the foundation started with him saying, I want kids to exercise. I want kids to be healthy. And so he started a bike drive. He did this while he was in the hospital. He got the hospital involved. And before you knew it, this snowballed into something that was more than just a moment.
Right.
But it was a movement. And that movement continued. Unfortunately, after his passing, his wife, Mae Olison, picked up that torch, coordinated individuals, and really focused on getting information out about heart health, about underserved communities, they're both master educators. They're too humble, she's too humble to say that. Master educators, and really that's been the focus, to educate, engage, and to energize individuals about appreciating and understanding their health. And that's one of the loves that I have as a cardiologist, to have that synergy with people that are like-minded in that space.
Yeah, that's well said, Doc, because, without that ticker ticking like that, boy, you could be up out of here. And thank God for, you guys putting in the work in the community and making awareness of it and teaching us, because, I always say a mind's a terrible thing to waste. And some of us, the word says it, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And some of us don't know, you know what I mean?
Right.
And we need to know. We need to open up our ears and listen. And, one of the things that my dad used to say, when you're listening, you're learning. So we need to learn more about how to stay healthy. Right. You know what I mean, Doc?
How's it the nail on the head?
Yeah. Doc, how long you been, in your practice now?
So I've been doing cardiology for the larger part of, I don't want to say about 10 to 15 years, but medicine itself for about 20 years.
Wow.
Graduated medical school at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Yes, sir.
Done my practice with training, specialty training, expert training, all in San Antonio, Texas. And just enjoyed the time here and really been just poured into by the patients. That's the big thing, is that it is very patient-centered and very patient-focused. And at the end of the day, I work for them. So
right.
It's beautiful.
Well, Doc, man, you don't look like you're aging. You talking about 20 years in medicine. What kind of medicine you taking? I need a shot of it right now.
It's called whole plant-based nutrition, my brother.
Hey.
Plant-based nutrition.
Hey, it's working. You never would know that 20 years in, as a physician doing your thing in medicine. And I want to talk more about, the night. But first, I definitely want to hear from Miss Olison. Mrs. Olison, I got to hear from you. How you doing this morning? You come up in here looking like a super duper star. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Thankful that you're on here, that you're here on the morning wake up here at KROV FM. You've been keeping this legacy going. How important is it for you to continue to keep your husband, his dream, his legacy, his vision? How important is it to keep this Rance Olison Foundation moving?
I think it's very important because I think because of his legacy, there is more awareness on how important it is to be heart healthy. And so that's what we focus on is heart healthy. Not only do you look at heart problems, you think of middle age or older.
Right, we do.
You think of that. Well, because of this and because of Rance, they are now looking at the younger age because you have the athlete. I met Rance in Topeka, Kansas, but I'm from Kansas City.
Right.
But he was playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. So you look at it as football players, they don't expect to not fall on their back because of hearts. And when Rance was playing ball, smoking was a big thing. They would take breaks on smoking, and I mean, every few minutes. And Rance was a smoker for years. And so because of that, and he was healthy though, but he wasn't healthy deep inside of him because he kept smoking. So after his first massive heart attack, he stopped smoking. And so he got more healthy. So because of this, and because Rance is an educator and he is around all of the young football players, he now started working with his students on being healthy while playing football in high school. And so that's why it is now more awareness. They're looking at awareness now. And of course, because since the football player that had the problem with the heart.
Yeah, in Buffalo.
Correct. So you see, it's not just an older person's problem. It's a younger person. So you see more awareness and more education on the young people now learning how to take care of their body even while playing and even young.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you made that analogy because I remember I'd seen some of that old footage with athletes playing football. They were actually on the bleachers smoking a cigarette. Sometimes I've seen it with some of the players, some of the Bears players, some of the Cows. They actually on the bench smoking a cigarette back then and playing ball. And you know that I don't know how they mixed those two.
Well, you remember a lot of what we learned about medicine. That's why we when we talk about medicine, we say it's the practice of medicine. And as we get more information, as you said, if you lack knowledge, you're at risk.
Yes, sir.
So remember, we thought when smoking first came out, it was used to treat cough. It was used to do these other things. That was thought to be medicinal purposes in tobacco smoking.
Right.
I'll make that clarification there.
Yes.
Now we're finding that there are some medicinal strategies to behavior such as that.
Yes.
Now that said, as it's evolved, we said that the risk outweighs the benefit. And I think if we isolate smoking, that's one way to think about it. But if you think about anything that we do, whether it's smoking, whether it's not getting enough sleep, whether it's, eating certain foods, it's always a risk-benefit balance. And that's really what I talk to my patients about. I say, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is that bag of Doritos that when you look at the ingredients, you got to ask Siri what's in it. It say no shots at Doritos.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in the food you're eating. Then ultimately, you're putting things in your body that won't help you move forward. And so it's that risk-benefit ratio that you're always looking at in terms of that.
Yeah, we all need to do better with that. I've been kind of watching last 2 months. I had to cut out some of the things that, I was eating. And I love those potato chips. I had to put them down, and 80% is what we eat. We don't, we got to remember that 80% is what you put in your body.
Exactly.
You get that exercise in too, and it can make a difference. We're going to come back and talk about this event, the 9th Annual Celebrity Gala. I want to talk more about it, get your perspective as a board member, and of course, Ms. Mae Olison's perspective on what's going to be going down October 21st. Let's do that. KROV FM, Heart and Soul. Y'all know I like to keep the new and old school R&B going. We're going to let John Legend tell y'all what Mooney Long about this honey. It's the morning wake up, Keith Scott, KROV FM, Heart and Soul. It's John Legend, Mooney Long, having a conversation. Well, it's getting ready to go down San Antonio, and I do have a couple of tickets to give away for this year's Rance Olison Foundation. It's the 9th Annual Celebrity Gala that's taking place October 21st from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. You guys got a nice lineup. My dude, Jay Lamont, I interviewed Jay Lamont about 2 weeks ago. He called in, we chopped it up, but I got him on our YouTube channel, Black Video News, about 5 years ago. Such a great guy. He's going to be here. He's excited about being in San Antonio, October 21st. Tell us a little bit about this event, Doc. You know, as a board member, it's going down, huh?
So let me tell you, if you miss it, you're wrong. That's what I'm saying is every year this event has gotten better and better. Under the leadership of Mae Olison, I've seen this thing evolve and blossom.
Yeah,
Truly. I mean,
okay.
not only do you get some of the country's finest NFL players that come in and just in a real relaxed environment.
Right.
And great music. Right. We got an artist coming in and you talked about that guitar. I mean, it makes it sing, right? And I love it. And then we also have the comedian, Jay Lamont. You talk about him there.
So funny, brother.
So funny. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to eat because if he doing what he does,
yeah,
which I know he's going to do. And then finally, to bring it all together, you got to have somebody to kind of be that cohesive piece.
Yes.
We got Goldie.
Goldie.
And I text her this morning. I don't know if she won't. I ain't gonna say she is out and about traveling abroad, and she says she can't wait to be here. So I'm looking forward to what the event is. But the event, not only is it gonna be fun and engaging, but it's a time to really highlight some of those conversations around health and wellness. You get great food, great music, and great education, but it's also a time for us to raise funds for programs like Bikes for Kids, for programs where we do food for individuals over the holidays. And really the goal is to bring the community together. Remember, I told you, this isn't just a one-time drop in the pan. This is how we push forward throughout the year. And we would love to have folks come out on the 21st, 7 to 11. Again, and we've done some things with the ticket price. I'm going to go ahead and say, can I go ahead and say, because we want folks to come out so much.
Yes.
We dropped the ticket price. I know that's. I know you. I look at the.
No. I just got a text message from there. Shout out to LJ Jackson. Shout out to my homegirl that reached out to me. Got to throw a plug in for LJ. She's the real deal, Holyfield. She reached out to me, told me, about you, Doc, about Miss Olison. I had never met. I've been in the room with Miss Olison before. Never got a chance to meet her. It's such an honor. And she told me that you guys did something. Well, dropped it a little bit. Y'all done dropped it a little bit, Doc?
Dropped. We dropped it. It wasn't hot, but we still had to drop it. But ultimately, it didn't take any arm bending, but we really want people to come out. So we cut ticket prices in half.
I'm looking at that right now.
In half. So you're getting dinner, comedy, music, a host. I mean, you're getting it all in half in San Antonio. Again, but we can't keep it there. It's only going to be there for 10 days. So if you're trying to make that move, let your next move be your best move. I know you said you from the D, so you understand.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be ready to move and go. So
that's you got to be.
So ultimately, ticket prices now are $50 a ticket. Again, you're getting a great event, a great environment, and more importantly, a great movement to really change the face of what we think about health and wellness.
Yeah, and this is the 9th year, so it's not like you guys haven't been doing this almost a decade and raising awareness for sudden cardiac arrest. And the gala is, like you said, just not an event. It's a mission to engage, energize, and educate. I'm repeating what you said, Doc. And, it brings awareness, and we got to take care of the ticker. We all need some information on how to do better. And I'm glad you guys are on my show because you're dropping some gems in this spirit to, that I need to do better as getting older, almost, reaching that 6-0. Got to take better care of ourselves.
Well, I need to find out what your fountain you talk about me.
Yeah, man. So I'm loving every bit of it. Tickets have been, dropped half price, and they're $50. And they just got a link for Eventbrite.com 2023 Rance Olison Foundation Celebrity Weekend. You can go on Eventbrite, get information, get the tickets, and, be about what's happening October 21st. Ms. Olison, how are you feeling? This is the 9th year. Well, how are you feeling about, the 9th year, the legacy, and keeping this thing going on, this foundation?
Well, Rance got to handle it completely.
Right.
Until about the last, right before he passed.
Yes.
And so that was, I didn't really have too much to do with because Rance liked to do his own thing.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. So after that, though, I knew that I needed to continue because we also, in his hometown of El Dorado, Arkansas, I also feed about 1,500 to 2,000 of the residents in El Dorado.
Oh, wow.
And so, and because that was something that was really precious to Rance, he started off feeding those in El Dorado, Arkansas, right after his mother passed, because his mother would always give in that community where they grew up. He would feed anyone who needed food. So that's how that got started. And from then on, he started feeding the community in El Dorado, Arkansas. So I knew that I had to continue that after he passed. And so it has really gotten something really special in El Dorado, Arkansas, because of the community and those who really need in that area. So that's how that started. And so therefore, I knew that I needed to keep doing what I needed to do, because I think, it, like Rance always used to say, it'll come back to you when you give. And
it does.
And I was not worried about this. I said, because it seems like Rance, his presence steps in and make it happen. And I'm in panic, but I know Rance is upstairs just saying, just do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I got your back. You may not see me, but I got your back. And so that's just, that keeps you going. And so that's why we're so happy to continue this with the Rance Olison Foundation.
Yeah, I'm so thankful, Doc, you guys had an opportunity. It's going to be a special evening. What's the attire?
So the attire, again, is so that you hitting all the right points. You hitting all the right points. This is kind of, we would say come as you are, but we want you to come as you were when you were in high school going to your prom.
Hey,
This is a
black tie.
black tie, but I might come in something a little more nice. I might say it might be a black tie, but it might be a red suit. I don't know. You said I'm a man of cap out for size. So,
Hey,
but we
new in the building.
there we go. There we go. I say, yo. So what we want a prom day. We want folks to come in with the big dresses, with whatever your version of yourself was at that time, because we really want this to be a fun event. It is. Every year, I am always surprised at how much fun. Not surprised. I anticipate to have some fun, but not to the level, And then the next day is when I get the too much fun.
You had a little fun on that dance floor.
You know what it is. So, but yeah, that is the attire, kind of prom wear attire.
Well, Doc, too, how can people get connected with you as a cardiologist here in our city? I want them to have your information, because somebody's listening right now that may need to get a hold of you in that office.
Definitely. So again, if you're all right, I'm gonna let them know. So I have
This is your time.
that rolls out again every month, and it is the About That Life podcast. It's on all platforms, or you can watch it. We have a video component to the podcast on YouTube at Dr. Travis Batts, the Lifestyle MD. And then finally, if you say, I just got a quick question, I want to know. So we do meal planning and other things like that. You can reach me at www.drdrtravis, Travis, Batts, BATTS.com. And you go there, and again, our staff will certainly take care of you and make sure that you're taken care of. But again, we really want to focus on lifestyle, right? Because at the end,
Yes, sir.
And I'll say this, and I know we got to run. I always ask my patients, did you take your meds? MEDSSS. M, do you have mindfulness? E, did you exercise? D, what's your diet? S, are you getting enough sleep? S, what about your social connectedness? And finally, we talked about smoking, but it is getting rid of risky substance. By putting that combination of those 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine together, we help people evolve to the best version of themselves.
Isn't that something, Doc? You're smooth as silk, and I knew a Newt was in the building. And Ms. Olison, it's going to be a wonderful event and evening, October 21st. You want to add something?
Yes, I do. October the 21st. I want to shout out to all you golf players that come and drop one of those golf balls into one of those holes. And so we want you to know we have over about 20 some celebrity role players. We have not only the football players, we have reached out to Major League. We have reached out to NBA. We may have some soccer players in there, but they're going to be there. And with the golf, you will have the opportunity to play along with one of those professional players. And it's at Fort Sam, and it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning on October the 21st. right before we get through and get ready for the gala. So please, all you golf players, come in, and for $125 you can have a team to play for the golf. So come on out and enjoy yourself and get ready for a whole day of nothing but good food, learning how to take care of your heart, and getting your play on with your golf.
Hey, that golf tournament is taking place on Saturday. It's going to be a wonderful day with the Rance Olison Foundation. Dr. Bates, such an honor to meet you and Mrs. Olison today. I'm so thankful that LJ reached out to me. Shout out to LJ to get you guys here on the morning wake up. I look forward to it. I'll be in the house, and I'm looking forward to it, Doc. It's going to be a wonderful evening.
Thank you. We look forward to having you.
Yeah. Thank you all so much. It's the morning wake up. Keith Scott, Carol BFL, BPSA is in the building. Mike Anthony is on his way to Ferrari Kid. We get ready to drop it like it's hot. And I need y'all to make some time for October 21st. Check out, for more information, go to the Rance Olison Foundation. You get info on it, and you get all the info on Eventbrite about the event. Prom night is the theme. It's going down. Here's Jeff Bradshaw, my dude from Philly. Y'all better make some time for October 21st. You heard it first. Keith Scott, Carol VFM, Arkansas.